Oh my
So,
God.
I don't know. Maybe they do.
Oh, you know what? Sometimes you guys miss the funniest things before we even come on. Oh, my
Now my
camera's
face
doing
looks
that.
green.
Yeah, my camera's doing the weird thing where it makes me green sometimes. So I was trying to figure it out, and it turned out that I just needed to put a hat on, and that was what it
This
wanted. And it needed
the
to be
social
my
economy.
social
The
economy.
social economy fixes everything.
Social economy fixes it. There we go. So we've got a lot to talk about today. So we're gonna get rolling because we have Warpcast wallets, we have Warpcast rewards, and a lot going on with there, and we have a ton of people building really cool stuff. So you ready?
Let's get to it.
All right, let's roll. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is, what day is it? Wednesday, February 12th. And you are here with Nanish Prof and Adrian for 29 minutes-ish of Farcaster news to start your day. I just need a new tagline because, like, we're never hitting those numbers over again. By the way, so we're getting ready for December. Oops. It would help if I, hold on one second on that.
Do you have a screen to share?
A screen to share. We're getting ready for ETH Denver, and I realized that I was looking at, you had posted a picture with our sign from last year that says 21 minutes of Farcaster news. Way beyond that.
Yeah.
Way beyond
I was reading a blog post. I forget what I was working on, but I was reading I was writing my Substack, and I pulled up my Substack from a year ago for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I was writing an update about GM Farcaster. And what I was writing about was how we had just started this new thing called Friday with Friends. Where
we just started interviewing people.
Yeah, we were like, we're going to bring some guests on. So like a year ago, we were doing 21 minutes of news.
Yep.
We had just started on YouTube.
Yep.
Ish. I mean, it was January, but that was still a new flow. And it was like a novel, unique thing to bring friends on.
Yeah, to bring guests on. I know.
It was only a year ago?
That's so funny. It's really funny. Well, also a year ago, we had our first ETH Denver event. And it was a karaoke brunch because, as we've told you before, but in case you're new, we had a couple of our usual chatters who wanted to do karaoke. So I was like, we're going to do a morning thing. So I was like, okay, how do I find a place that has karaoke in the morning for brunch? And I found a place. So there we go. And we're bringing it back. So delicious food, mimosas, Bloody Marys, pool and ping pong, arcade games, karaoke rooms, swag, of course, and Farcade. So Farcade is one of our sponsors, along with Little Nouns for this event. And I keep turning green and it's driving me crazy. And we're really excited because Farcade is going to have a tournament there. We're going to do a new game. We're going to introduce a new game that you're going to love. You're absolutely going to love. I'm very excited. And we're going to do a tournament with some prizes, including somebody's going to win a Little Noun at this event. Ooh. So yeah, it's like big deal. So very excited. So if you are a GM Farcaster Hypersub holder, or you own a Lil Noun, you'll be auto accepted for this event. And then if we still have space, we'll be allow listing a whole bunch of other people, taking people off the wait list. So you can add your name to the wait list for now, or you can go pick up Hypersub. And in this thread, you will find that link. So go pick it up or grab a Little Noun, either one. We're good with either one, but there you go. And speaking of Lil Nouns, I really should just I should have put this one second. We have a new Little Nouner. Did you see that? Adrian?
Welcome, Alina.
Alina, yeah.
Awesome.
So Alina had already been friends with Lil Pizza, who is a Lil Nouner. And he sent her this cat. We had been talking on the timeline about which one she should get, and we were going to do it at ETH Denver, but they jumped the gun. So welcome, Alina Ferry. That was pretty fun.
She can get
Fun
a second.
She can get a second one. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. We can help her find one. I had a couple that I picked out for her that I thought were very her. So we'll see.
Remember Warpcast made it so you can't see our display names anymore?
Yes, and it's very distressing. Yes.
Especially to Sparks. I just realized, like, I would love to change my name to Lil Ketchup for the time being. You know, like, that'd be fun, but I'm not changing, so I can't. I mean,
but you won't see it because you won't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Lil Pizza, he's Little Pizza Noggles too. He has a whole noggle nests. Very cool. So our big news is Warpcast Wallet rolling out to the top 1,000 people in the leaderboard today. So everyone got their wallets yesterday, or a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of folks got wallets, a lot of active folks. So picking the 1,000 from Warpcast Rewards leaderboard got the wallet. So how the wallet works under the hood. The plan is to upgrade the EOA to 7702 and possibly 4337 afterwards, but still a few months away. A lot can change. So right now, this was in response to how is the private key, where's the private key for Warpcast Wallet stored? So this is the information on that. Private key is a Shamir sharded on your device. Like, I love it when I get to say the technical stuff. This is going to work out great. On your device into 3 shards, any 2 of which can reconstruct the private key. 1 shard remains on the device. 1 shard is encrypted by a key that Warpcast holds for recovery shard. 1 shard is encrypted by a key that Privy holds, auth shard. All encryption also happens on your client. Effectively, the recovery and auth shards are both accessible by your custody address, but via authing with 2 separate service providers. It take 2 separate breaches of Warpcast and Privy to compromise key material. The reasons for doing this instead of a simple EOA are users won't lose access to their funds because it inherits the Farcaster recovery system, since 2/3 can be accessed via sign-in with Farcaster, all without needing the user to back up anything else themselves. And then 2, users can seamlessly access their wallet on any device, i.e. web, without needing to manually move a seed phrase around in a reasonably secure way. So that's great. What do you think about this? Like, do you feel like it's like any issues with that, or I don't know?
In terms of like what's going on under the hood, or how I feel about the wallet? Because when can we talk about how much we love the wallet?
Yeah, we can talk about just the wallet in general. So what do you think about the wallet?
Wallets, I'm obsessed with.
You're why are you obsessed with it?
Love
like,
it.
What makes you?
Okay.
What do you love about it? Like, what is
really
it that?
I really just needed another wallet. Said no one.
Said no one at all.
Okay. Said no one.
Nobody said that. Yeah.
Okay, so little hot take. Everyone's spinning up these EOAs. You've got a wallet for every app. Like you start to get like, except I live in Farcaster. It's where I live. Like it's
home.
It's home. So it feels very natural to have a wallet. It looks beautiful. It came up easy. Like it's just to have an integrated wallet. The minting, sending, transacting, like not having to leave Warpcast to do any wallet-y stuff. It just it feels right. Good job, guys. And
I really liked when we were able to mint with Warps for that same reason, because it was very easy. It was 1 click, and then it would actually put it into my other wallet, my connected wallet, which I liked that. That was good. It was a very seamless process. This I like as well. There was something very satisfying about it, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
And Android 16 said something similar, and I'll pull that up in a bit. But having my rewards just show up there and like seeing all my activity, I like the flow of it. I like it as well. And I wasn't positive I was going to. One thing I don't like is I can't see my NFTs. I'm sure that will come. But for now, you can't view them.
Oh, I was like in another wallet. No, even in
No,
that wallet. Yeah,
no.
it
Yeah,
feels very, right. It doesn't actually, and to KBC's point,
yeah,
she already has an on-chain identity, doesn't need another one yet. I mean, that was the
right.
argument against this wallet explosion. Like you've got your
Absolutely.
assets split everywhere. I totally agree. In terms of like the quick access, I think just for kind of like sending value around the network. I did a bounty yesterday. I paid someone in,
Yeah,
like all in app. Um, uh, what I liked about it actually, like, was when my Warpcast rewards show up. Like,
yeah.
by the way, it showed up in my other wallets too, so I don't know why this feels different,
I
but I
didn't
do like the
see it
idea of
though.
like
I didn't really go and look for it there in my
I
other
have
wallets.
I have
So I know
push
you've been,
notifications
yeah.
on.
So I didn't like, I wasn't paying attention to that. And this was very right there.
I have
So,
push notifications both on Coinbase Wallet and Rainbow Wallet. So like
so
when
you got it no
I
matter
would
what.
get double. It's like, hey, you got your $10 from Warpcast. It made me feel good. Okay.
That's funny.
But it's also kind of cool to be like, oh, now the money I have in this wallet is kind of proof of work of like
Yeah.
proof of what's happening in the Farcaster, which is kind of cool. Like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know, but everyone who knew that the Warpcast wallet, like that, and Woj was early on this because he built a wallet directly into Super.
Yep.
So everyone who knew that social was going to have a wallet was onto something because
Yeah.
I get it
And
now.
then you see, well, and you see that what Coinbase is doing. So for those who missed that on, I don't know if it was it Monday? No, last week when we were talking to Dan, Coinbase is incorporating the Farcaster feed into the wallet. So like they're redoing their whole wallet. And part of that is adding this social feed to it. So yeah, obviously these two things go together. Same thing with interface. If you look at interface and similar apps that are showing you, this is what my friends are trading. Friends is another one. If that's still in beta or alpha, I'm not sure which. But it's a way that you can see what your friends are doing. And so like, yes, the social economy thing is happening. It's a real deal.
Though I guess to the point of like now things are split. So
Yeah.
they
I don't like
automatically
that.
change your preferred address. So if
Yeah.
you're in one of the 1,000, you got a new WordPress wallet, that's now your Farcaster wallet. So now, if you're trying to get like the airdrops or the proof of token gated proof of I want access to XYZ, I wonder if I don't want to have to move all my other assets
Yeah.
to this wallet for proof this. So I think we need some way to kind of connect some things that needs to be figured out.
Yeah, for sure. And I did have to switch my wallet a couple times for different things. The preferred wallet. So the setting does make that easy. And it is the thing that would have saved me, to your point, Gregarious. If I had had a preferred wallet back when I was getting airdrops from DGen and Moxie, I would have been able to set that to the correct one. So that is really helpful. So you can choose which wallet you want things primarily going to. So
yeah. And clearly
yeah.
I'm happy. Like you can see I'm
Yeah.
but like obviously there's still a long road to go to iron out.
Right.
Like I tried paying someone yesterday, it didn't go through. Like not everything is working flawlessly and
No.
there's still some issues
Definitely. But there's a lot of excitement and yeah, I'm liking it so far. A few more casts about this. We have this from Dan from DWR. Why Wallet? Better UX in an app you use every day. Make on-chain actions reliable and smooth directly from the feed. Frames and token links. No app switching or deep link bugs. That's the other thing. We had a lot of like anytime I would try to mint things or do things, there was often some friction on mobile. So this does help with that. Automatic onboarding. New users don't need to download a separate app. And we already had, this is a bit that's a little confusing. There was already a wallet sort of hanging in the background, but you would have to export it in order to really get access to it. It was a little tricky. So this is much easier. It's already there when you sign up. If you get a reward, a DGen tip or an airdrop in your first week, it just works. Well, not the DGen tip. I don't think he quite understands that part, but that's okay. If you actually send somebody degen, it will be there. Yes, but not the tip part. That works differently. Singapore of crypto. Today, Farcaster is much smaller than Web2 social networks. However, if the 1% of active users with funded wallets is really high, we have a near-term opportunity to be a small population but high GDP country. Interesting. Developers can permissionlessly launch a frame, have it appear on Farcaster clients, and have integrated wallets. Get your first 10,000 transactions by launching on Farcaster. Yes, you can launch on other networks, but their algos hate links, and drop off from seeing something in a feed to website to wallet is going to be high. So that's a great point as well. This last point about, if you have the wallet right there, it's more likely that people are going to take action. If it's very smooth, seamless, they don't have to think about it, they're more likely to take that action.
Yeah.
So,
and we've seen this.
Yeah. And we know
over and over again.
Yeah, we know this to be true. So yeah, I do see a lot of these benefits playing out. And we already know from the Snickerdoodle report of Farcaster that there was 18 point something, 7 maybe billion locked in wallets that were connected on Farcaster already. So this is kind of to that point about the Singapore of crypto. I think that's really interesting framing.
I love to see Dan put on his marketing hat and really work on the messaging.
Yeah.
It's a nice, I like the arc. I feel like he's taking a page out of Balaji's playbook. Balaji's like excellent as coming up with the little quips that you can use. And Singapore or crypto works. No one knows what that means immediately.
No, but if you think about it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a little bit of a thinker.
Yeah.
I like it. There is a Warpcast wallet AMA. So if you have questions, you can drop them here for V. We've answered some of them already. Do these wallets replace the previous custody wallets then? I would say yes, but I'm not sure.
I would say no. So it sounds like
this should be in the AMA. Hold on. Let me check and see if it's there.
And actually, my feeling is it's probably not yet. Even if it is eventually, it's probably not yet. Oh, why is the Warpcast wallet different from the Farcaster?
It's a new wallet. So there you go. There's a new wallet.
How is it different? Because it's different. Thanks, V.
It's different.
Because it's a different wallet.
It's a different wallet. How is it different? Because it is. There you go. So the other one does have a recovery that's built in, but essentially I think this will be the one that is actually used, and the other one's more of a, I don't know, behind the scenes backup. I have no idea. That's a good question. It's the wallet on the protocol versus Warpcast wallet. Oh, that's probably it. This is a wallet for Warpcast, not necessarily a wallet for all of Farcaster protocol yet, I think, maybe.
But why should it be any different? Because they spin up a wallet for account recovery. One is for your account, but
it's just for your account.
Why could it not be the same? Oh, I guess to your point of like, if you create,
we don't know.
So dumb right now.
Yeah, we don't know.
I'm like, if you create an account just from the command line, or from another client, you don't need to go through Warpcast, but you still need. Okay,
this seems like a good conversation for Dylan.
Seriously,
like for
Dylan, help us out.
So next week on the Hub, tune in for an answer to why we have two wallets now, and one that we don't really access and one that we do. There you go. A few more thoughts on wallet from DWR. We're still testing it. Expect a bunch of rough edges, but we will fix and iterate starting with 1,000 people and expanding from there. 2, goal is to make on-chain actions reliable and smooth directly from the feed, frames, and token links. 3, there's a bunch of new surface area to explore given all the social context, but focused on getting the basics shipped and working well. 4, important, there's no private key export yet. You don't have to use the wallet if you don't want to. 5, you can continue to use Rainbow or Coinbase wallet via deep links via MWP. There's a preferred wallet toggle in the settings. 6, it's been a full team effort, but big shout out to Blockheim, Diodad, Horsefax, and Gabriel Oeso, and then everyone who has been giving feedback. And this was made available. They did post something last week or the week before, I think it was, that said, hey, if you're interested in testing, shout out here. And then they dropped us into a little group chat. So there's been a lot of feedback that's been happening over the week before they released it to the next 1,000. So there was like a small group first. It was like 20, and then there was 100, and it just kept expanding. So, and now we're at 1,000. So there you go. Here are the top 5 swap tokens from Warpcast Wallet so far. DGen, USDC, Higher, Gadoopy, and Moxie. No surprises. I can see the banker fin though, shark fin though. I thought that was cute. There was another issue with the halo. So if you funded your wallet on mobile, you will see a little purple halo. Is it still there or is it gone now? Might be gone now. I don't see it anymore. Oh, wait, nope, I'm on the wrong thing. That's why. On Twitter. Yeah, there's no halo on Twitter. I wonder why. I was looking at the wrong app. But I don't know if it's, I feel like it's still there. Okay. So you might have had a little purple halo, and then on your profile, it has this little leaf that shows that you funded your wallet, but there was a bit of a delay. So this was the post-mortem of the delay. There was a query cache miss to our service provider. There you go. But it has been resolved, and everyone should have their little purple halo if you funded your wallet. And this was my little cast for what's in your wallet. I'm curious, people, what were your first swaps? So this is what's in your wallet. Curious what everyone's first swaps were, first NFT, etc. Funded with Base. This is mine. Funded with Base, ETH, of course. First swap to DGen. Second swap to Moxie. I spelled Moxie wrong. First mint was Zeropod. Second mint was GM Farcaster. And yeah, I know, right? I didn't even think of it. So I happened to see Zeropod sitting there, and I was like, oh, what a mint that. But yeah, I should have done ours first. So there you go, Toady. You got me. You got me this time. So that was mine. And yes, you all should go use this as a test case. Go mint the one with DWR from the GM Farcaster episode with DWR, where we talk about the wallet. It's quite meta. Go mint it. Throw it in your wallet. There you go. NFA.
And then give feedback to the whole process. You can use it. Dan's always looking for feedback for how the wallet works and experience. So if you're looking for a way to experiment, I did this. I minted this one.
So what did you? Yeah, what were your firsts? What did you do? What was your process?
I minted our episode. I received some Warpcast rewards.
I did as well.
I sent some USD to someone who completed a bounty.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Did you do any swaps yet? You didn't do any swaps. Okay. No. All right. Well, let us know when you do. All righty. A few more things, many more things. But this first, free invites for Warpcast users. All users who are not labeled who are definitely not spammy, or are labeled definitely not spammy, not labeled, will get 3 free invites to give out to their friends. Your friends will be able to use this invite code to sign up for free. This should roll out to all users on mobile by tomorrow. This is great timing for ETH Denver. So if you meet some folks at ETH Denver and they're like, what's Farcaster? Now you can invite them for free. Fantastic. And they'll have a wallet as soon as they jump in there. This is from the other day. There was a little dust up, if you will, on Twitter. So this is V in response to Boscolo. And Boscolo had said, I do not understand why Brantley and Eekender are picking this fight with DWR and V. Farcaster is one of the more successful projects to leverage ENS. And so there was a little bit of dust up there. So there was also some confusion that came up about Farcaster names. So this was to clear this up. So there's some confusion about Farcaster names. So let me clear this up. This is from V. Your username on Farcaster is always an ENS name if you choose to. One of a kind ENS name is the Farcaster name, v.farcaster.eth, shown in client as V. The other kind of ENS name is the L1 name, dwr.eth, shown in client as dwr.eth. So in other words, if you are not setting your username to an independently owned by you .eth, then you still have a .eth, which I didn't know that part, by the way. So you have a subname to the Farcaster.eth name, which is pretty cool. So there you go. Farcaster names like @v are actually defined at the protocol level at v.farcaster.eth using a standard ENS CCIP read. We truncate the names when shown in the app because it's a bit tedious to type v.farcaster.eth or show it in every user interface. Farcaster names are controlled by us. They're free, so it's easy to sign up, but we prevent squatting. So there you go. By the way, I did not know that. Did you know that?
Not at all.
That it was .farcaster.eth? I had no idea. So
I don't think anyone did.
Yeah, I had no clue.
It's
but there was like, yeah, so ENS, so ENS needs to just chill, man. We're good over here. Whoops, sorry, showed that. This was really funny. So DWR said, anyone have any recommendations for office call booths? Zen booth, Framery, something else. And I loved your quotecast. I won't tell you when we make our first non-engineering hire, but there will be signs. And I was like, yeah. As soon as I saw this, I'm like,
day one. It was day one, I think.
Like Ted's first day. And she's right, by the way. And also, when you get this booth, like decorate it or something, because I hate it when I see somebody come on and I'm like, you're in a booth, and I just don't like the look and feel. So either there's some green screen in there so you can do some virtual backgrounds or something. Make it cute. But also, that was really funny. If you don't understand this, yeah, if you don't understand this, this is for when people are like at a WeWork or something like that. There'll be like a phone booth type of thing. So when you're jumping out a podcast or streaming or even just taking a call, no one can hear you. So that's, yeah. So we know what Ted's up to.
These are pretty common now. I think these are pretty common in all office spaces because we went from whenever decades ago to the open floor plan.
Yes.
And
which does not work if you're trying to do a podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So even when Dan's been on, like he's usually in a room by himself and it's there isn't like a lot of background noise or anything, but I'm sure it can get distracting. So
when I worked in an office in the probably early 2000s, we had open floor plan. Everyone's in kind of cubicles, big cubicles.
Yeah.
And this is pre-iPhone, so no one, we had cell phones, but we weren't taking calls from them. So every time we had conference calls, it was on this big box of a phone that cost $1,000, and we would just speakerphone. So everyone would be on their calls on speakerphone talking. It was loud, and then I think headphones happened, and then people started doing headphones. And then when the office got super quiet, now you can't take a call. It's not even about privacy. It's just like very intrusive, and no one wants to hear you.
Yeah.
So now you have to.
Makes sense.
In a
Put yourself in a phone booth, and phone booths are back.
Yeah, it was weird though. Like, why would we do everything on speakerphone?
Yeah, it was weird. Now that you say that, it is pretty weird. Oh, funny. But I laughed so much at this. That was really good. Ted day one. I love it. This from Emma GM, a few reminders around tickets below. This is for FarCon NYC. Applications are open for 2 more weeks and will close on February 21st. So if you haven't applied, if you have any inkling that you might want to go to New York for FarCon in May, you need to decide that now because you need to apply. They have, as many applications, like they're pretty much got a total number of applications that would fill the building. So, and assuming that they're going to get more over the next couple of weeks. So the sooner you do it, the better. Because not everyone will be able to be approved. So just FYI. So please get in there if you're interested. If accepted, you will be notified within 2 weeks of applying and will then have 2 weeks to claim your ticket. In other words, there is a 2-step process. Make sure you claim your ticket. That's what secures your spot. And anything that goes unclaimed, they'll start giving to waitlist folks. Honor code applies to Builders Day. Reiterating here that tickets are intended for those that plan to participate, hack in FarHack. Please only claim if you're interested in doing so. Me being the exception, because I'm going to be there reporting on it. But Adrian's going to hack. Adrian's going to be hacking. So yeah, getting very excited for FarCon already, even though I'm really more focused on ETH Denver at the moment. This from Jesse, and I'm going to just say, go take give this a read. This is from Jesse Pollock. I took some time to write up my thoughts on the FUD around Base and our ETH earnings. TLDR, purity tests like this are currently a scourge on Ethereum, and we need to fix the culture to refocus on building and delivering value to real people. So go give this a read if you're interested in diving into that, or you have some thoughts. And if you have some feedback, throw it Jesse's way. But there was like a whole big dust up on that. By the way, this is your background, and it is just lovely. She did a beautiful little photo shoot here. This is from Samantha, our local candle person. Flowers and honey candle plus candle holder made by Marge.eth is now open for public sale. Only 4 bundles are left, so get them quick for Valentine's Day. Humankind.place. And hey guys, if you're thinking this will never get to me in time for Valentine's Day, you can always just give her a picture of said thing, because this picture is really pretty. Just a thought. There you go. It is lovely. This from Linda. Very soon on Bountycaster, you'll be able to pre-fund a bounty and have the payments auto sent to users to their WorldCast wallets. Once the bounty is marked as complete, we'll also show if a bounty is pre-funded. DC me if you're interested in testing out this feature for posting a bounty. We're rolling it out to select users first. So if you're thinking of doing a bounty and you want to test this new feature, hit Linda up on this cast. Very cool. This would save time on the back end of having to fund it after the fact. This from Uniswap. Unichain mainnet is live, fast with low fees, built for cross-chain liquidity, prioritizes decentralization from day one. You can now deploy DeFi apps, launch tokens, swap, provide liquidity, and more, because we needed another chain. But also cool. And Uniswap also has a wallet as well. So yeah, we're going to be overrun, but that's okay. This from DWR, also from Ted Day One. Like, so many. It's like you can see what's happening without even, the conversations that are happening without even being there. So DWR.eth, if we're interviewing creators, what questions would you add or remove? Assume you can only ask 6 questions max in a 15-minute combo. I thought these questions were dead on. My only thing was on the question number 3, what are your primary channels, platforms? I would ask why and why they don't use the other ones, because it could provide some really good information. Like, we don't use, like, somebody who is their primary is Instagram, you would want to know that, because this may not work for them right now, and at least have an understanding of that. So if they're on Twitter, yes, it would, if they're primary, you know what I mean? So it's just a different type of communication. So any thoughts on this, Adrian? Would you have changed any of these questions or add anything?
No, I think to his point, when you have 15 minutes with someone, like, there's only a few questions you can ask. I just obviously I like that we're going after creators. So, yeah. And you think about the flywheel of how to grow Farcaster, like, it's about developers, for like the emphasis and focus have been on developers.
Right.
And that's great. Right. But it's like the whole, platform and developer flywheel relationship with the creators who are building content. Absolutely. So I'm excited to see who they're reaching out to and what they learn and who they're going to bring over. And also, why aren't we on all these other platforms? What are our reasons?
Yeah, we have reasons. We have lots of reasons. Yeah. Well, the reasons are the reasons we are on YouTube and Twitter is because that is where we're most likely to find our audience. Okay. IG makes no sense. You can do it and you can go live there, but it's actually a little more complicated to do. So it would add extra friction for, I do not think we'd even get one person. So it's probably not worth it. Same thing. Twitch is the same thing. It's just a very different, we could probably move to Twitch too. Now that may make sense. There's starting to be more crypto content over there. So that might make sense. But again, it's adding another piece of friction.
Yeah.
Like if I was going to pick,
friction,
if I was going to pick one additional one, it would be Twitch. Yeah.
It's like operational overhead. So there's only, right, you can't, and then combined with what's the, like, measured against what you get from it. So if you're not reaching people who care about Farcaster news, like, what's the point?
Right, exactly. Like Facebook, we're not doing that because I don't need my cousins commenting on what I'm doing and asking questions that I don't feel like answering. Same thing with LinkedIn. So those are the other ones. But TikTok, we also should be on. We should be putting our shorts there. We just haven't. We haven't done that. Again, it's like an extra piece of friction. But we could put our shorts over there. So we probably should. That's probably our next jump, and then maybe Twitch. But the rest probably doesn't make sense right now anyway. But yeah, it's something to think about. We really need to try to figure out Stream and how we can easily do that. That is probably the next surface area, but it's again adding some friction. So that's why it's been a little bit on delay. This was interesting. Speaking of other platforms, GM and welcome to Pop Punk on Chain. Welcome to Unruggable Social. And this was in response to Pop Punk on Chain. Today, Twitter manually and wrongfully suspended the account of my company, Gatekeep or Gatekeep. If this was just a personal account, I really wouldn't care as much, but Gatekeep is a pre-seed venture-backed company. We have employees, we have salaries and benefits to pay. Gatekeep is a full-time job for everyone on the team. The unfortunate thing is Twitter is quite literally one of the main distribution and marketing platforms in our industry. This was the platform that we used to build our business since day one. I don't like that this is the case, but in the crypto industry, quite literally everyone is on Twitter. Until now, I didn't really see the negative effects of censorship on social media platforms. That is, until it happened to me and my company. Without any notice and without any non-automated responses, they were able to essentially delete our company's presence from their platform. This is a pretty eye-opening moment for me to start prioritizing this platform, meaning Farcaster. So interesting. And we've seen this with other folks too, getting either deplatformed completely, or they get hacked, or they lose access or something like that. And then it becomes a real problem for their business. So yeah, so there you go. Yeah. Unruggable. Welcome to Unruggable Social.
Yeah.
Go give Pop Punk on Chain a little follow.
I'm glad you learned how to say his name. I completely read it differently because I'm dyslexic, and I was like, Popunko? Okay.
You were trying to make it fancy.
I did not read Pop Punk. I was like, Popunk gun. Okay. So he says he wouldn't care as much if it's a personal account, but seriously? Like, you would care. And it matters. And like, I guess to his point is like, it really, I think he cares matters more. When it's like your livelihood matters. Yeah. But this is more and more like all of us. This is, I mean, I had commented on this, but this is why I chose Farcaster or decentralized social. When I didn't have to. I'm not getting banned from other places, but other people are, and it's important to move towards protocols that can't rug you.
I mean, and even, the big thing, the big promise that we'll see if that ever plays out is that even if you for some reason get banned from Warpcast, you still you could create your own client, for God's sakes, but you could also have other clients that you can jump on as well. But we haven't really seen that yet.
Yeah. Now that people are coming over.
Yeah.
And we're getting new people. Let's just revisit what it means to be, what Farcaster's definition of unruggable means.
Yeah.
Because
hit them.
Warpcast is a corporation. It's a venture-backed company. It is centralized, and there is someone in charge of your, like, whether or not someone sees you. So you can 100% be shadow banned. You can 100% be fully banned and kicked off so that nothing you see is visible on Warpcast. So it's very likely someone comes in. We saw how quickly Kanye got kicked off of Twitter. I think it was probably not quick enough, but it was
for the second time.
But you can easily
Again.
see someone to be like, I thought Farcaster was for freedom of speech, and now I'm kicked off.
Yeah.
Okay, so what it means when we say when Farcaster is unruggable, it means that the definition, and I'm going to do this from memory, is that two people on the network will be able to communicate, even if the rest of the network wants to prevent it.
Yeah.
So if you have an account, you have complete freedom. What that means, not necessarily through Warpcast, but through technical means to communicate with someone else. If you get banned from one network, from one client, and you have a strong enough, like if your voice is important and if you are reaching lots of people, like, yes, there will be a time for you to create another client. There will be other clients for you to communicate with. But it does not mean there's no such thing as shadow banning on clients. It doesn't mean there's no such thing as moderation.
Right.
And so I just think that's an important distinction.
Yeah, for sure. And just to answer your question, we don't know what's going on. This has been happening to me for a while. So yes, I am going from like this green to regular, and I don't know why. I can't seem to fix it, and it's something to do with the camera in my computer. So there you go.
Do you want me to, should we set a bounty for someone who knows AV shit to fix this? And everyone, please tell Prof that green face doesn't take away from the quality of the news, because this is what we were laughing about in our little private green room before we went live. And I assured her people are not coming to look at our faces. I know this.
They don't care. Yeah, but it's really annoying, and I feel your pain. It's really annoying. But this is very cool to see, and it's cool to see that somebody had the experience that they could really see the benefit of decentralization in real time. So pretty cool. This from Kojo. By the way, I'm still wondering why they got what happened, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. This from Kojo. Last week, we noticed an influx of users all voting for the same answer repeatedly in the predicted polls, leading to statistically impossible outcomes, e.g. 100% accuracy over 30 votes. So today, we launched Collusion Guard 9000, which okay. I have to stop there because immediately all I could see was Dan Aykroyd circa 1976 Saturday Night Live with like a blender doing Collusion Guard 9000, like the fake commercials. That's all I could see when I saw this. So going on, it uses ML to identify statistically anomalous clusters and adjust the vote weights accordingly. For example, if you voted alongside 50 other people on all of the right answers for 10 questions, your vote diminishes in value until your responses normalize. People who fall into those clusters can still participate in boosted polls and win an equal amount by selecting the right answer. No banning required for now. There's risk in this approach. We expect a drop off in numbers from colluders, and some won't consider this decentralized, but the overall integrity of the game should increase. So this is why we can't have nice things. just stop, people. Just stop it.
Listen, I mean, every time, if there is a monetary reward, someone's going to game it.
Yeah, show me the incentive. I'll show you the outcome. And this was the outcome, Collusion Guard 9000, which great job with the naming. Like, just hilarious. This from Ted.
Collusion is bad, right?
Collusion's bad. Yes. It's like cabals, that's what cabals do. Yeah.
But I thought cabal good.
No, cabal, ironically, good. Cabal, real, bad. So it depends. It depends on which kind of cabal. This from Ted. 40 submissions to Kiwi's Future of Farcaster writing contest. Shout out to Mac Badowski and Tim Dobb for putting this together. I can't wait to read them all. Check it out at news.kiwistand.com. So very exciting. This was in response to Kiwi saying the submissions to our contest officially closed yesterday. but you still have time until the 17th of February to vote and decide who's going to win. So go check that out. Very exciting. I have to go give those a read. This is just cool. Create your own built-on Ethereum badge by adding any colors or logos you want to match your branding. Visit ethbadge.xyz, and any and all feedback is welcomed from the community. And you'll see on the screen here that I have my little built-on, over there, built-on Ethereum in the top corner of my background. And that was the GM Farcaster one that somebody had created, which I thought was cool. So these are pretty cool. I like seeing them around. There's one with a Farcaster arch too, which I should have pulled. And as well as
so
you
much
said,
better than Intel Inside.
Yes, definitely better. This from Chic Bangs. Attention, please. If you've been summoned to paint the timeline red, let it rip. If you haven't and want to join the fun, link in replies. We are celebrating the Shake remix drop with style, of course. This is a dark and moody twist on the original and perfect excuse to dance. Maybe get a little sexy with it. It's infused with the you need to tap into your primal self. I'm very excited for you to hear it. Presale goes live tomorrow, Wednesday, February 12th. That's today at high noon, MST, 2 p.m. EST. If you collected the original Shake or Get Up on Sound XYZ, you're on the allow list, which I did. Collectors will receive priority access to future drops and Shake for mental health activations. One lucky collector will receive an additional 1-of-1 art drop and 2,000 higher. Woo. Heartfelt thank you for supporting On-Chain musicians. Let's shake things up, shall we? So very cool. I love this. We love Chic. We love when she was on here and we were all shaking. It was a whole thing. So you can go back and watch that episode. We should drop a link to that. And Adrian, you've already painted your PFP red. So painting the timeline red to celebrate Shake Remix, which is dropping tomorrow. Shake for mental health. Shake because it's sexy. Shake because it just feels good. Learn more at sound.xyz/chicbangs. Get involved permissionally, paint your timeline red. By the way, this is one of my favorite pictures of you. With I love this.
In front of the sport castle.
In front of the sport castle. And Jake also rocking his red PFP for the next 24 hours for Chic Banks. That's big. So Jake is normally the blue dot that you see. And now he's the red dot. So that was pretty cool. Love that. I have to go change mine. I haven't had a chance to do that. So I will do that after the show.
I'm obsessed with my red PFP.
I love it. I love it. And this from Brad Q, our last sort of topic here is Warpcast rewards. Rewards leaderboard results. The algo tweak brings back 2 newer accounts into the top 10. Art by Salman has been here just 2 weeks with a top 25 and number 2 this week. Kay has been here a month and jumps to number 6. The Merkleization of Ted and Woj opened 2 new spots in the top 10. And Frank took advantage at number 7, Amelie at 10. But Merkelizing Woj didn't stop Super Anon from owning the top spot again. SwampNet is camping and cashing at number 5 again, 2 in a row. Congratulations, SwampNet. I may have made sure I went and liked all her things because I didn't want her to fall off there. 11 to 30, now cash 100. And first appearances for Heavyweight, Ava Art, and Jan Frula. This was the first week that paid 1,000 spots. So we should see a lot more first timers posting their first reward. So let's celebrate them when we see their posts. And any idea what number I ended up at?
Yes, I think you ended up at 68.
Yes, I did. I found that very frustrating. I know. It's just my stupid thing because I'm always somewhere around there naturally. So that's my goal now. Forget 1.
Do you know how many?
5. I'm shooting for 69. There we go.
As a consolation prize, our number of YouTube subscribers right now ends in 69.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's lovely. Not the same, but yeah.
And you can guess what the first.
By the way, this makes no difference on the amount of rewards I would get. Like none. whatsoever. It's the same. So
Wow.
this is not a monetary
Okay,
thing.
so let me ask you this.
This is a mental thing.
Let's say it's at 68, you get 10 times the amount of reward.
Oh, then I'm fine. Just kidding.
Okay.
This is more just for fun. This is my own little
Honestly,
challenge
Dan
to
really
myself.
needs to. Actually, we should someone tell Varun this right
Someone
now.
has. Someone has tagged
69.
him. Should be
Yeah, we
69.
have, but 69 needs to actually have also get the
It
300
should.
reward, whatever.
Or it should be 69 instead of whatever it is now. I think it's
69.
25. Yeah. Just if you hit that number, I think it would be fun. It's challenging when you're really close and you're like, how can I adjust my behavior to try and hit this exact number is a little bit of a challenge. So
I'm gonna
I get very
cast it.
close.
I'm gonna
Go ahead. All right. Is that what you're doing? She's casting right now. This from yesterday.
I also made my first swaps on this call
good.
as well while you're giving the news.
So I'm glad I'm here doing the work while she's just playing around.
This is so fun. I love GM Farcaster.
This is why we do the show. So Adrian can get things done on the timeline while I do the news. This from Yes to Crypto. One of the coolest things about Warpcast Rewards leaderboard is you can find neat new content to follow. Agreed. The second coolest thing is that by following them, you reduce their multiplier for a few followers and hopefully bring them down a notch, which is absolutely hilarious and very Machiavellian. But I love it. So yeah, so go follow some people. This was so funny from a non-pappy. And if you weren't here in 2021, 2022, Hard Rock Nick, RIP, may not be familiar to you, but people would hire him to do cameos. And this is what he would say every time was the same. They would have this copy pasta and that was done via him on Cameo. And a non-pappy has adjusted it slightly. Yes, this is Prof explains memes badly. Here we go. Every day I check my position on Warpcast leaderboard. Bad position every day. Open app, same name, same order. Android 16 still there, still posting bears. I can't take this anymore. I need to move up the leaderboard. Can devs do something? So can devs do something meme kind of came from this era. So there you go. And then he did a video of it and it was hilarious as well. So go check that out. This from Jesse Pollock with his rewards. I just got $300 for Farcaster rewards. Reply with something quick and cool you do with $50 to bring someone, I should say 50 USDC, to bring someone new on chain or grow the ecosystem. We'll send out 50 to best ideas until I run out. He did that. He ran out and then he loaded up another 1,000 to keep going to do more. There were, I'm just JK, there are too many good ideas. So I loaded up another 1,000 and I'm just going to keep funding people to bring the world on chain. There you go. So if you have an idea, go throw it at Jesse, but you better hurry. He might be out again. But this was great. And this from TLDR, replying to DWR, pro tip, Tuesdays around 1 p.m. Pacific is a perfect time to launch something on chain. Warpcast rewards get sent out starting at around 8:30 a.m. Pacific and finish around 1 p.m. Pacific. And TLDR is now named this Stimmy Hour. Let's ship it during Stimmy Hour. And I like that. It's interesting thinking. So there you go. This from Murtaza, Warpcast rewards just paid my electricity bill. We should make commercials like those sponsoring children in third world countries. Just $30 of Warpcast rewards a week can save. And this was in response to Aaron Ferguson. Warpcast rewards got me drunk. How's that for utility? So what are you doing with your rewards? Mine are still just sitting in my wallet.
Is Sarah McLachlan going to do the commercial?
God. We are not serious people. And this was from Horsebacks, which was really funny. Farcaster paper hands do nothing but dump. As soon as rewards went out, you scrubs spent all day dumping your beautiful stable coins for ETH. Not very USDC aligned. So there was a lot of swapping from USDC to ETH, in similar to your recommendation to your children. There you go.
Yeah. How does he know? Are they spying on us?
It's like they're spying. It's like he knows. It's crazy.
I thought this was decentralized.
Yeah. It's also very public. Welcome to a transparent public blockchain.
So Merkel just knows everything we're
Just
doing and
knows
spies on us?
everything. It's crazy. You know where else? You know who else knows? Dune.com
That's so
knows as
sketchy.
well. I know, right?
I'm going
It's
back
like
to
it's as if everyone can see this blockchain thing. It's crazy. Amazing. This from Ted. Yo, Jesse Jean, Afro Chicks and SwampNet started a Warpcast rewards train on Twitter. Love to see the girls winning. Choo choo, MF. P.S. Add your own screenshots. So if you want to share your weekly rewards and share it on Twitter, there's a thread you can go jump into. Very cool. And in a couple other notes before we close this out, this from Justin Drake, the Ethereum Foundation research team will host a Reddit AMA on February 25th at 2 p.m. UTC. Got question casters, submit them now. And then they should do one over here. Just a thought there for you, Ethereum Foundation. And this from Riley Beans, which was a really good read. It is long. It is really good. And I'd highly recommend that you go check it out. And this is from Riley Beans. Well, it's here. TLDR, refocusing my work elsewhere for an indefinite time. Here's why. The chaotic moral compass accelerates. And it was a great read. Highly recommend you go take a look. She is moving away from EIC, which was the Ethereum, I forget the whole thing, but the magazine, which, by the way, I looked at the most recent issue. It's great. That just came out a couple days ago. So that is linked within this as well. You can go take a look. But really just kind of expresses the frustration with the space in general and just feeling like, for everyone, for all of us who may enjoy the gambling, there are many who don't, and who feel frustrated with that, as well as other behaviors in the crypto sphere. So I don't know, go give it a read, see what you think. But love you, Riley, and hope to see your other writing and whatever you're working on still being shared. So I hope you stick around Warpcast a little bit. But yeah, so it was a little,
Yeah,
it was a
love
hard
you,
read.
Riley. I didn't read it. I want to,
Go
and I
give it a read.
plan
It's
to.
long. It's long.
I think her voice is super important. She's like, she's influenced a ton of people, has made such an impact. So, one
Has
like
amplified a lot of people too, like
Yeah.
really shared their stories and their voices and their work and what they're building. So I think that to me is like a huge loss.
And you can't
as
take that
well.
away. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
impact that she's had, and you can't take that away. So I just have a lot of gratitude for her, and
Same.
and I think she's not the first person to leave for said reasons.
Yeah.
And
Won't be the last.
and it,
Yeah.
and she
Until
and
unless
won't be the
things
last.
change dramatically. Yeah.
And we could do a whole show on on feelings about that. But
yeah, this is feelings check-in. Speaking of,
nope.
No,
I don't do feelings. No feelings.
No feelings there. And with that, now my camera seems fine, of course, because we're done. Yeah, because we're done. I'm no longer green.
So yeah, sorry for the green.
Yeah,
if it's distracting. Red Wings offered to look at all of your diagnostics.
Okay. Thank you, Red
And
Wings.
he used to deploy video conferencing systems. So maybe we can.
What?
Yeah. Look. Yeah. I mean, this is.
Oh my God.
Send him some info, type of camera, how it's connected, yada yada, and
yeah.
So,
okay. All right. Well,
so
let's
maybe
chat.
we can.
Yeah.
Do you want to know Do you want to know about my token swapping experience in the Warpcast
Yes, please
wallet?
do.
Okay.
Just tell us what you did. What's in your wallet?
Oh, there we go. I did some swaps. Easy. And I guess, if you want to know what I picked up, guess what the first one I picked up is?
Degen?
Oive.
No. Oive, of course.
Yes. I got some Oive, some cast out.
Oh, good. I haven't to pick some of that up.
Some Degen. some Moxie, and some higher.
Nice.
So just some Farcaster coded stuff. They don't all have pictures associated with it. I guess for me, like my always when I do these, I never know when you search by a name, like, are you getting the right one, and how do you know?
Right. Yeah. That's
So
a
higher
problem.
has a, and again, and I know certain like wallets will try to
So I
vet
did like
get the
this.
ones
Yeah.
most
So I
like.
guess I'm not sure at what level
Oh,
you need to put the little logo in, but DGen has their logo. So for them, it'll show you this like half swap, and same thing with like Ethereum and USDC. But yeah, so if you have a token, we need to figure that out. And we probably need to figure that out for ours as well. And I just don't
what's
know.
the half swap about?
So no, that's this
Only if you
little,
have the image.
yeah. So DGen has it
I
set
don't like it.
properly, and I like it. I like it.
Okay,
It's a
but no, but
nice
I don't.
visual thing.
It looks like you're swapping mainnet Ethereum to DGen on Base.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's what you're doing. Well,
No,
you're
you're
not,
not.
but you are.
It's
You're
base.
swapping
It's
base
base
ETH.
ETH.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay,
I
fair.
don't like it. I don't like
All
that's
right.
confusing to me. Blockheim, heads up,
And
designer. If you're
I like the design because it gives me a quick visual of like, what did I do? I swapped to DGen. So I liked that it had that, because you see like Moxie doesn't have it. So then it looks just like Ethereum. That's my swap for Moxie. And they must not have the logo set.
so yeah,
And
but
I'm
then I
just
want
not
to see a
sure where
blend
you
logo
set
there.
that. So I got to figure that out. But yeah. So
Um,
anyway, and then these are
interesting.
just the NFTs. You see the visual of the NFT, which I think looks good. All right, so we need a little different visual. I see what you're saying, but I don't think that doesn't bother me. But I like the half. I like the little split. I think
It's
it gives you
bothering
a
me
good
now
visual.
because if there's going to be a split on a swap, it needs to be on every swap.
Yeah.
So then that, even if you
but
don't
I
have an
think it's
image,
not.
then default it to nothing. I don't know.
I
Okay.
feel like
This-
yeah, maybe there needs to be a little, I don't know,
By the way,
a default image.
We should let
Yeah.
people go and carry on with their
Yeah.
day. But I'm going to tease out something on the GM Farcaster Network. We're toying with the idea of launching a product feedback live stream. So doing bringing different products up and doing live feedbacks. So if you like that type of stuff, you don't have to get it from us, but add it to the
won't be
network.
us necessarily. And also tease one more thing. On Friday, we have Debbie Soon, who's going to be on it. Oh shoot, my book's in the other room. I got my book. My book has arrived, and
I'm seeing it on the timeline from everywhere.
Yeah,
everyone's
I started
posting their
reading.
books.
I started reading yesterday, and I had it right here so I could show it. And then I had was reading it last night in bed. So yeah, but exciting. So we'll have her on Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, our usual time. We will replay that one as well, and it'll be recorded. So there you go. And we also are going to be playing poker at noon on Friday because it is Valentine's Day. So instead of 7 p.m., and some folks had requested a time that was more convenient for them, we'll be playing at noon Eastern. So I'm going to be reaching out today to some folks to confirm the players. So if you are a Little Nouner, a member of Burberry's Poker Club, or you're in our GM Farcaster chat or on our Hyper Sub, let me know if you want to play, and I'll get you in. So there we go. All right, I think that's everything.
You have guests lined up for next week?
I don't. I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do. I'm not ready to talk about that yet.
Okay.
So next week, Adrian's going to be out, and Monday, I'm not ready to talk about it yet because we haven't exactly figured out how we're doing it and what time. It's going to be a little later on Monday. I will let you know on Friday. It's going to be a combo space with Crypto Sapiens and Humpty and the early morning crew. But we haven't exactly figured out the logistics. So more to come. On Wednesday, we have Volt.ag will be with us, and my co-host will be Rachel Wilkins. And then next Friday, I think what I've decided to do is we're going to play really early poker. We're going to play poker at we're going to do a little bit of news at 8:30 and do some poker at 9.
Great.
So we're going to roll right into poker. So that'll be next week. Yeah, that's what I was like, what do I want to do next week on Friday? I haven't quite figured that out. So
That is great.
that's the plan. And you'll be off skiing and all the fun
And I
things.
just posted the snow forecast for where I'm going is like predicting 47 inches of snow. Is that 4 feet of snow in like over the course of a week?
That's crazy.
So I'm sorry, not sorry, but y'all have fun on the timeline. I will be outside.
I will, because there's
touching snow.
Yeah, you don't understand this. I never want to touch snow ever.
Oh,
so that
I'm
like
so
I have
excited.
zero FOMO, all JOMO, all good. Totally fine.
And then we'll see you the next week at ETH Denver. Holy cow.
And then it's
Time
ETH
is
Denver.
flying.
Exactly. So I was just going to show this again. So again, as we leave you, if you're going to be at ETH Denver, go find this frame. It's in the GM Farcaster channel. It'll be in the show notes, and go RSVP because we want to see you on Saturday, March 1st. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And you don't have to sing. It's encouraged, but not required. So there you go. For karaoke brunch.
Yeah. If you don't want to sing, come find me. I will protect you.
I'll be playing 4-person Pac-Man for like an hour. They have a 4-person Pac-Man game, and it was my favorite thing that I did that whole time. And the food was amazing. So it's going to be a blast. And that is it, folks. And with that, we're going to call it. And oh my God, this has made me crazy. I'll be reaching out, Red Wings, to see if they can help me figure this out. I may just have to switch my camera out, something like that. I don't know. But with that, yes, rank 420 should also get something special. I agree. We should lean into the meme numbers and have some fun.
Update. Dan liked my cast.
Okay. They're thinking about
happening.
It's
Clearly,
happening.
that means it's happening.
It's happening. We'll see. We'll see what happens next week. All right. With that, everyone, we're going to bid you a bye-bye, and we will see you back here on Friday, 8:30 a.m. with Debbie. Bye-bye, everybody.